All right, so I'm going to say something that a lot of people probably are not ready to hear or wanting to hear, and I understand that because I was one of those people as well. So, no offense, no judgment, but I'll just say it. Not every healthy supplement or food is healthy for your individual body. Let me explain. So, we all have DNA, we have our genetic code. And part of what our genetic code tells us is what foods and what supplements we do and don't process well. And the reasoning behind that is our bodies, through evolution. It makes sense that our bodies are more used to consuming and digesting and processing and absorbing the nutrition from foods that our ancestors consumed. It's what our bodies have gotten used to. It's what our DNA has become accustomed to. And that DNA tells your body that you are used to and your body is able to digest and properly process certain foods or certain supplements that are made out of certain foods. So, um, I know there's a lot of medical issues going on. Medical illnesses are on the rise. People are getting diagnosed with serious conditions way earlier in life. People are no longer living as long as they did 20, 30 years ago. And that's, sad. And I wonder if there's many reasons I feel like is behind that issue. But something I think a lot of people might be missing is that knowledge that not all healthy food or healthy supplements are healthy for your body. So I know they have genetic testing, like DNA testing, similar to like your ancestry and stuff. They can also do genetic testing to tell you what foods your body best processes, and more importantly, not more importantly, but as well as foods that your body has an aversion to, or could have a really bad reaction to, or a moderate bad reaction to. So, I have a GI condition, and I was diagnosed with that um, about 5 or 6 years ago, and then a couple years before that, I was diagnosed with a liver condition. Um, but once I was diagnosed with those conditions, I started doing a lot of research on food and supplements and superfoods and, you know, low FODMAP foods and fiber and all kinds of stuff. And I got on this kick where I was like, oh, bone broth is really good. Everyone says it's really good for you. These doctors are saying it's good for you. Oh, turmeric powder, garlic powder, and ginger. And there's a lot of these things that I was trying to do to make my body better, but more than half of them were actually making my symptoms and my condition worse. And I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting better, why I was still struggling with these really awful symptoms. And, you know, it got to the point where my health got so bad, and my quality of life unfortunately got pretty bad for a while, and I was laid up in a hospital beds in a couple different nursing homes for over a year, probably 2 or 3 years combined. Um, but one thing that I learned throughout that process was that just because avocado is healthy, or just because turmeric is healthy, um, or, jalapeno peppers are healthy, they're healthy as far as, no fat and, good vitamins and stuff in them. But it doesn't necessarily mean my body processes it well. And if my body struggles to process a food, whether it's unhealthy or healthy, it's going to struggle. It's going to cause my bad gut bacteria to rise, aka a bacterial overgrowth, or you could call it a bacterial infection. My inflammation is going to rise, and my symptoms are going to get worse. My condition is going to get worse. So I had to learn. I first did some research on what crops, what grains, fruits, and veggies were native to my homeland. So, for example, the my ancestors that I know of, I know I have French heritage, German, English, and Irish. So I looked up some crops that are native to that area, and I kind of started from there and kind of tested out and saw what worked well for my body and what didn't. Now, just because something is native to one of your homeland areas doesn't necessarily mean it's going to jive well with your body, because we have all kinds of different um, countries of origin within our DNA, and you and your sibling could have two completely different ways of processing different foods. So even though your genetics might be very similar, maybe you process gluten just fine and they don't. And that's okay, because our everyone's genetic code is completely unique, and some stuff you process well and some stuff you just don't. And it just kind of, nature just kind of depends on how that all winds up in the womb. But yeah, that's the message I wanted to send. And it's okay to be upset with this video. It's okay to not believe it if you want. It's okay. But if you're a healthy person and you feel like you eat healthy and you feel like, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but you're still having issues, you're still having GI issues or inflammation or back problems that are not caused by an accident, or muscular issues, or you're having to get diagnosed with a liver condition or gallbladder, I would look into what you're eating and maybe process of elimination, remove one food at a time from your diet, see if you feel better. And also maybe do a little research on what crops are native to your homeland, and try some of those one at a time and see what see what works best for your body. So, and don't be discouraged if you've been consuming this superfood or this, wellness shot or this smoothie or this powder supplement, and you were really excited about it and you were for sure that it gives you a lot of energy and it makes you feel great. It may be doing some damage as well. Don't be discouraged if that's the case, because there's plenty of other superfoods out there that you may not realize they're superfoods because they're not in fad right now. They're not being talked about a lot. But I promise you, there's something that your body processes well, and it has just as much or better nutritional value, and it's going to be better on your body. So when it really comes down to, do you want to put your health first? If you don't, that's okay. That's your choice. It's your body. It's your life. But I just wanted to put the information out there so people can be aware. But if you do want to try to make a change, and you do want to maybe try to step away from that wellness shot you've been consuming or that superfood you've been eating, and take a look and see if you notice a difference without it. And maybe look into some different foods that you haven't tried or haven't ate in a while that might be better for you. If you want to better your health, that's one of the biggest recommendations. This video is one of the biggest recommendations I could give to anybody, and just explaining one of the biggest misconception when it comes to health is that not all healthy foods are healthy for every body. So I hope this was helpful, and please don't be discouraged if you feel like something you're taking is not benefiting you as much as you would like, because I promise you, there are foods out there that are right for you. It's like finding a good partner. You might have liked that one a lot and they made you feel good, but sometimes they made you feel crappy as well. You know what? There's something better out there, and it will work a lot better for your system. So I can't stress this enough. This is in my opinion, this is one of the most important components in maintaining good health. And I just wanted to put the information out there because I see a lot of people who are healthy. They're doing the right thing. They're eating healthy foods. They're exercising, but they're still talking about their medical conditions. So I just wanted to put the info out there. I hope it helps somebody. And if you weren't ready to hear the info, that's totally fine, because I was the same too. It took me a long time before it finally, I finally just kicked the door open and was like, okay, let's just give this a try. But yeah, I just hope for the best for everybody, and I don't want to see anybody suffer any more than they have to. Medical conditions can be really awful, and quality of life is really important, and you really understand that once you've had a really bad experience with a medical condition, you really understand the importance of quality of life and how everything you put in your body and everything that you do, not every single thing, but mainly everything that you consume, it really determines how your body is going to perform, how your body is going to fight off illness. That includes cancer, um, your circulation, your organ health, the ability for your organs to work properly. It really, a lot of it comes down to what we consume. So I hope this was helpful. And if anybody has any questions, like always, feel free to comment and I will answer the best I can. And if you'd like me to make another video in better detail, or if there's something I missed, feel free to comment. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, and you guys all take care and keep pushing. It's rough out there, but we're doing our best. Bye.